So last class, I think it was not audible for you because there was some online problem. I stopped in between. So today, once again, I will revise that and try to finish this concept of correlation. A very simple concept. So two variables are said to be correlated. Two variables are said to be correlated. Two variables are said to be correlated when they vary such that two variables are said to be correlated when they vary such that the higher values of one variable correspond to the higher values, or the higher values of one variable correspond to the lower values, or the lower values of one variable correspond to the lower values of the other. There is some connection, correlation. Or the higher values of one variable correspond to the lower values. One is higher values correspond to higher values, another is lower values correspond to lower values, another is higher values correspond to lower values. For example, I told last session, tall persons have greater weight and short persons have less weight. Tall persons have greater weight and short persons have less weight. Thus, if you take the height as x and weight as y, they show some correlation. They are correlated. Similarly, production. If the production is lower, the price will be more. Higher the production, lower will be the price. If the production is more, price will be lower. Production is less, price will be more. You know that. Higher the production, lower will be the price. For example, we can take vegetables. If the production is more, then the price will be less. Hence, they are correlated. So now types of correlation. We see the types of correlation. So correlation is positive if the variables vary in the same direction. That means if it is higher, if x is higher, y is higher, or if x is lower, y is lower. That is, if they increase and decrease together. If the variables x and y increase and decrease together, they are said to be positively correlated. Height x and weight y of persons are positively correlated. Height x and weight y of persons are positively correlated. I told you why. Okay. Now, correlation is negative. Another name for negative is inverse. Correlation is negative if the variables vary in opposite direction. If the variables vary in opposite direction, then correlation is said to be negative. That is, when one increases, the other decreases. When one increases, the other decreases. Okay, correlation is negative if the variables vary in opposite direction. That is, if one increases, the other decreases. So if we take production x and price y of vegetables, production taken as x, variable x, price is taken as y. Consider the vegetables. They are negatively correlated. Why? Because as production becomes more, the price of the vegetables become less. Or if the production is less, the price becomes more. So they are inversely or negatively correlated. Okay, next case comes if the variables do not show related variation. If the variables do not show related variation, they are said to be non-correlated. If the variables do not show related variation, they are said to be non-correlated. So if the variables do not show any connection, one increase, another decrease, then they are said to be non-correlated. For example, rupees. If rupees is the variable x and temperature is taken as the variable y, if rupee is taken as the variable x and temperature is taken as the variable y, then they are non-correlated. If rupees is taken as the variable x and temperature is taken as the variable y, then it is non-correlated. If the variables show exact linear relationships, they are said to be perfectly correlated. So if the variables show linear relationship, that means when you plot x and y, you get a straight line. Then they are said to be perfectly correlated. That means as x increases, y also increases, or if x decreases, y also decreases. So simple things you can understand when seeing. Okay, they will not ask theoretical question. They will ask only questions in the form of problems. And model question paper, all of you see the problems are easy, just like what I have done here. You can solve it. Okay. The degree of correlation between two variables, the degree of correlation can be studied by one scatter diagram or dot diagram. That is by plotting in the graph. But in your syllabus, this scatter diagram concept is not there. You have got only two other concepts. That is Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation and Spearman's coefficient of rank correlation. So to find out correlation, you have got two formulas. One is Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Another is Spearman's coefficient of rank correlation. Now, what is this Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation? Karl-Pearson's coefficient of correlation. So the formula is R of xy equals covariance of x comma y. What is this covariance? I'll give the formula later. Divided by square root of variance of x into variance of y. Divided by square root of variance of x into variance of y. So this will be covariance of x comma y divided by, square root of variance is standard deviation. Square root of variance is standard deviation. So covariance of x comma y divided by sigma x into sigma y. Covariance of x comma y is equal divided by sigma x into sigma y. So this will be 1 by n. Covariance of xy formula is 1 by n sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar. So it is sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar. Okay. Covariance of x comma y is 1 by n sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar divided by square root of, because standard deviation we are writing, so square root of variance 1 by n sigma, that is variance of x, sigma x minus x bar whole squared. So variance of x is 1 by n sigma x minus x bar whole squared. X bar means mean of x, average of x, and variance of y will be into 1 by n sigma y minus y bar whole squared. 1 by n sigma y minus y bar whole squared. 1 by n sigma y minus y bar whole squared. Okay. For calculations, the above formula can be used as, the above formula is simplified. This looks little complicated for calculation. So the above formula is simplified as n into sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma xy, n into sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma xy divided by, whole divided by square root of n into sigma x squared minus sigma x whole squared into again n into sigma y squared minus sigma y whole squared. So the above formula is manipulated so that it will be easy for calculation and written as R means coefficient of correlation equals n. N means the numbers. I'll tell you later what it is. That is sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y divided by square root of, this formula is manipulated or simplified, n into sigma x squared minus sigma x whole squared into n into, same thing, instead of x you write y, sigma y squared minus sigma y whole squared. So now there are some important things which you have to know, important properties of coefficient of correlation. Some important properties of coefficient of correlation. One, a positive value of R indicates positive correlation. So if R is positive, it indicates positive correlation. If R is positive, it indicates positive correlation. A negative value of R indicates negative correlation. So if R is negative, it gives you negative correlation. A positive value of R gives you positive correlation, and a negative value of R gives you negative correlation. And if R equals plus 1 means correlation is perfectly positive. If R equals plus 1, it means correlation is perfectly positive. If R is plus 1 means correlation is perfectly positive. If R is minus 1 means correlation is perfectly negative. If R is minus 1, it means that correlation is perfectly negative. So plus 1 means correlation is perfectly positive, and minus 1 means correlation is perfectly negative. If R is 0 or very, very low means the variables are non-correlated. So R is 0 means they are not non-correlated. 0 means they are non-correlated. There is no relation between the two. Just like the relation between rupees and temperature. They are not related at all. Okay. I hope so much is clear. It is self-explainable. You know that. Okay. Now, the coefficient of correlation, R equals 0 means they are non-correlated. Okay. The coefficient of correlation value is in between always minus 1 and plus 1. The coefficient of correlation value always is in between minus 1 and plus 1. The coefficient of correlation is in between minus 1 and plus 1. Okay. Now the problems. This I discussed yesterday, but because of some online problems, I am doing it again. The coefficient, calculate the coefficient of correlation between the following marks. Coefficient of correlation, following marks out of 10. In statistics and mathematics of 5 students. So n equals 5. See, that is n. 5 students, n equals 5 students, n equals 5. Statistics, they got out of 10, 4, 7, 8, 3, 4. here in mathematics, 58635. Okay. Let x be the marks in statistics, and we take y be the, we assign some variable. Let x be the marks in statistics and y be the marks in mathematics. Okay, y be the marks in mathematics. So we get, in the formula of correlation, what all we need? We need sigma xy, we need sigma xy, we need sigma x, we need sigma y, we need sigma x squared, we need sigma x whole squared, we need sigma y squared, and we need sigma y. So all of this written here. Okay, all of this is being written here. Okay, so we get here. So we get here what you get. So x value right here, that is 47834. 47834, 47834, and find the total. And y value 58635. So 58635, then x squared, square it, and the total. Then y squared to the total 159. Then xy to the total. Now the coefficient of correlation between x and y is given by the formula. The coefficient of correlation between x and y is given by the formula n into sigma xy, okay, minus a sigma x into sigma y. N into sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y divided by the formula I gave before, n into sigma x squared minus sigma x whole squared into n into sigma y squared minus sigma y whole squared. Okay, substitute all the values now. Very direct. It's very, very direct. Substitute all the values and do calculation. And I got answer as 0.7988. I might be wrong. Just check it. This is a high positive correlation between marks of statistics and mathematics of students, because it is near to 1. The correlation value is in between -1 and +1. So this is considered to be a very high positive correlation. Maximum value should be 1, minimum value should be -1. So this is considered to be a very high positive correlation, between marks of in statistics and marks of mathematics of students. Okay, this is a high positive correlation between marks in statistics and mathematics of students. I think it is clear. Now, now what happens? See, in this the values are small. X and Y values are small. It is very easy to calculate. But sometimes what happens? The X and Y values are big. Then we use the method below. See, the X and values are very big. So x squared, xy, it takes big numbers. No doubt you can do first method or second method, any method. Usually in your question papers, the values will be small and you can use the first method. The following are the heights of 8 men, so n equals 8, and their wives. Find the coefficient of correlation between heights of husbands and heights of wives. Find the coefficient of correlation between height of husband and height of wives. So husband in centimeters, they are 164, 176, 178, 184, 175, 167, 173, and 180. Wife height in centimeters, 158, 164, 165, 171, 163, 156, 163, and 169. Okay. Now what we do, we have to assign the variables. Let x be the height of husbands and y be the height of wives. We assign, let x be the height of husbands and y be the height of wives. Okay. Now the new method is what we do. We take u. See, this new method, we bring, this is used only when the values are very high. Values are high, more than 70, 7500, like that. Values are small. In your model question paper, the values are small. You can use the first method. So let u equals x minus a. X minus 178. I'll tell you what is it. V I took, y minus b. I took y minus 160. Now what is this 170 and 160? This a is 170 and b is 160. They are convenient new origins. In between this, for example, in u x, that is men, that is husbands. So I took 170. 170 will be somewhere here, so that these values will be smaller. Here I took the value as 160, so that the values will be smaller. Now what happens? See, I take x value, I take y value. Directly also you can do it, but the numbers will be bigger, that's all. Answer is same. So u equals x minus a. I took one, that is your wish. Selecting this a and b is your wish, so that the value is in between these values. It need not be here, but it should be between, so that the numbers become small. So here what happens? 164 minus 170, that is minus 6. 176 minus 170 is 6. 178 minus 170 is 8. 184 minus 170 is 14. 175 minus 170 is 5. 167 minus 170 is minus 3. 173 minus 170 is 3, 180 minus 170 is 10. So we are converting this variable x to y and making it small by shifting the origin. That's all. I hope you understood the method. Then everything is same. The x and y formula changes to u and v. That's all. In R, the x and y is replaced by u and v. V I took as y minus b, that is y minus 160. Select the origin. Selecting the origin is left to you. Select in such a way that the values will be small. This method is used only when you have got large values of x and y. Okay? Both answers should be same. Answers by both the methods will be same. Okay, v is y minus 160, 158 minus 160. 158 minus 160 will be minus 2. 164 minus 160 will be 4. 165 minus 160 will be 5. 171 minus 160 will be 11. 163 minus 160 is 3. 156 minus 160 is minus 4. 163 minus 160 is 3. 169 minus 160 is 9. So this value is find sigma u, and I found sigma v. Then I want in the formula u squared. So square it and find sigma u squared. Then I want v squared. So square it and you'll get sigma v squared. Then I want uv, sigma uv. So like this. So see whether I am correct. You have to use the calculator properly. Any mistake, you will get wrong answer. So just check it. I might be wrong sometimes. So now what happens here? The formula, see, same formula as x. Same formula as x. But x is replaced by u, y is replaced by v. That's all. So n into sigma uv, n into sigma uv, okay, n into sigma uv, then minus sigma u into sigma v, n into sigma uv minus sigma u into sigma v, then you get here formula as square root of n into sigma u squared minus sigma u whole squared into bracket n into sigma v squared minus sigma v whole squared. So put all the values and simplify it and check it in your calculator whether I am correct. I got 0.9598. Always do the value to find out the value to fourth decimal place, and you can see the value of r, that is coefficient of correlation, will be in between minus 1 and plus 1. This is very near to 1. So we say there is a very high positive correlation between the heights of husband and heights of wives. There is a high positive correlation between the heights of husband and heights of wives. Now this one problem I have given for you to work out in the same method as the second method because the values are big. I have given some hints. Calculate the coefficient of correlation between x and y by using the following data. Okay? This hint will not be given in the exam. Here I gave x 218, 220, 236, 225, 220, 227 and 228. Okay? Y is 12.3, 12.7, 12.0, 12.2, 12.7, again is repeated, 12.1, 12.0. Now what I took, you can take your own x minus a value can be taken as you want. Here I took x as 220. Okay, here I took x as 220. Here I took x as 220 and I took v as x minus a. I took a as 220. Anything you can take in between this. Then I took v as y minus b, that I took 12.0. You can change and see. Proceed as above, you will get the same answer. You should get the same answer. So you are getting the answer as minus 0.7622. You are getting the answer as minus 0.7622. Minus 0.7622. So there is a very high negative correlation. There is a very high negative correlation. Minus 0.7622. There is a very high negative correlation. Okay. I hope it is clear. Just do it and also try to solve the problems in model question paper. It is very simple in correlation. Now the next problem, see, different type of problem. In a bivariate data on x and y, variance x equals 49, variance of y is 9 and covariance of x comma y is minus 17.5. Find the coefficient of correlation between x and y. So the formula variance of x is there, variance of y is there. Then covariance of xy, that is minus 17.5, all is there. So find the coefficient of correlation, that is r. So the formula of finding r, connecting variance of x, variance of y and covariance of xy will be this. So this formula. So r is the coefficient of correlation, r is equal to covariance of xy divided by square root of variance of x into variance of y. So this will be minus 17.5 divided by square root of 49 into 9. Hope it is clear. So So this is ordinary calculation. Use your calculator. I got minus 0.833. See what you're getting. I might be wrong. Use the calculator and find out. So you got high negative correlation. Here you got a very high negative correlation. Okay. Next question is, in a bivariate data with 10 observations. In a bivariate data with 10 observations on x and y, sigma x is 56. So n is 10. 10 observations. 10 observations means n is 10. Okay. Sigma x is observations on x and y. Sigma x is 56. Sigma y is 138. Sigma x squared is 1357. Sigma y squared is 2136. And sigma xy is 836. Find the coefficient of correlation between x and y. This is another way of asking the question. You can see the coefficient of correlation formula R and the values connecting this, that is sigma x, sigma y, sigma x squared, sigma y squared, and sigma xy is the direct R formula. That is the formula of R, not this. We cannot use in this. There is no sigma x and sigma y. So you can use this formula, direct the main formula. That is R is equal to n sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y divided by square root of n into sigma x squared minus sigma x whole squared, n into sigma y squared minus sigma y whole squared. That one. So then using this formula here, using that formula here. So see, we can find out directly R formula. I hope you can do it. I have not done it. You do it, try it. Okay, very simple, right? So this I'm giving it as assignment homework for you. Directly use R formula, main formula, and you get, you see which formula connects R and all the given data. So you get answer as approximately 0.1286. Now the next question, variables x and y are perfectly negatively correlated. Okay? Variables x and y are perfectly negatively correlated. Negatively means, one increases, another decreases, or you get negative value. Also, standard deviation of x is 4.3 and standard deviation of y is 0.47. So standard deviation can be converted to variance. So then find covariance of x comma y. Since x and y are perfectly negatively correlated, see, perfectly positively correlated means r equals plus 1. Perfectly positively correlated means r equals plus 1. Here, the variables x and y are perfectly negatively correlated. The variables x and y are perfectly negatively correlated. So r equals minus 1. The variables x and y are perfectly negatively correlated. So r equals minus 1. So r equals the formula covariance of x comma y divided by square root of variance of x into variance of y. So r equals minus 1 equals covariance of xy divided by square root of variance x into variance y. That is minus 1 into y. Perfectly negatively correlated means minus 1. Perfectly positively correlated means plus 1. So minus 1 is equal to covariance of x comma y divided by, now here square root of root AB can be written as root A into root B. So standard deviation is square root of variance. So square root of variance of x is nothing but standard deviation of x, that is taken as 4.3 into square root of variance of y is nothing but standard deviation of y, that is taken as 0.47. That is taken as 0.47. So substituting the value, minus 1 is equal to covariance of x comma y divided by 4.3 into 0.47. So covariance of xy, you get the answer as minus 2. Very simple, 2.021. I hope it is clear. So next class, that is tomorrow at 12, I will do Spearman's coefficient of rank correlation. Again, there is problem in model question paper in this. All of you solve the model question paper problems in coefficient of correlation. So once again, I will explain this new method. See, the old method is directly. It is directly going like this. Directly going like this. Okay. The new method, if the values of x and y are bigger, if here it is small, till 20, the 2 digits also you can use this method. But if the values are very big, 3 digit or 4 digit, then for example, you can say husband and wife, this question, the values are big and the 8 men, so n is 8. Okay, the values are big. So then we use this method, changing the origin, it is called. Let x be the height of husbands, y be the height of wives. Okay, y be the height of wives. So what we do, u is equal to x minus a. We take u as equal to x minus a. I took x minus 170. Now 170, here you have to see this. The value somewhere middle of this. Even if it is not there here, no problem. So that 164 minus 170 is minus 6. 176 minus 176, like that. The values become small. That way you have to select. It is your wish. You can select anything. V is equal to y minus b. I took y minus 160. So that 158 minus 160 is minus 2. 164 minus 160 is 4. 165 minus 160 is 5. 175 minus 171 minus 160, like that. So yeah, u equals x minus a, v equals y minus b, that way. So here a is 170 and b is 160 are convenient new origins. A is 170, b is 160 are convenient new origins. Okay. Left to you. Now x and y I wrote. See the big values. You can do it by method 1 also, but the values will be bigger and the numbers will be more bigger. But the answer is same. So now u is equal to x minus 170, 164 minus 170 minus 6, 176 minus 176, that way. So I think you are getting what you are doing. Similarly, all of this you minus by 170, sigma you get 37. Then v is equal to y minus it is 160. So y minus 158. This you minus by 176. Minus 2. 164 minus 160, that is 4. 164 minus 165 minus 160, that is 5. This way 169 minus 160, that is 9. This is, I hope, understood. Very simple. Then find sigma v. Sigma v is 29. Sigma v is 29. Then you need u squared in the formula. You know u squared. This one square it. And sigma u squared is 475. Then we need v squared. So square this v squared. You'll get sigma v squared as 281. Then we need uv. The product of u and v. So we get the values as 356. And then we use the R formula. That is n into sigma uv minus sigma u into sigma v divided by square root of n into sigma u squared minus sigma u whole squared. So n into sigma uv minus sigma u into sigma v divided by square root of bracket n into sigma u squared minus sigma u whole squared into again bracket n into sigma v squared minus sigma v whole squared. So type all the values of u and v here. N is 8. Sigma u is 356 minus sigma u into sigma v. Okay. Then write all the values here. So simplifying, you will get this. For you for practice, this is a 0.9598. You know R value is in between minus 1 and plus 1. R value is in between minus 1 and plus 1. Okay. Now here you can see the value is 0.9598. So we have got a very high positive correlation between the heights of husband and heights of wife. That is the second method. In your VTU problems, model question I have seen the values are small, you can use first method. Only change is in the formula, wherever x you put u, wherever y you put v, if you are changing the origins. That's all. Okay. It's only when the values of x are big. I hope you followed it. Now, for you for practice, I have given a same type of problem. Calculate the coefficient of correlation between x and y using the following data. You can calculate it by method 1. You can calculate it by method 1 or method B, method 2. That is your wish. Now here for you for hint, because the values are big, I have given here, you can take, in the exam they will not give u is equal to x minus 220. You can take u is equal to x minus 230 also. I have taken v as y minus 12.0. You can take v as y minus 12.1 or 12.3 also, or 12.5 also. So then proceed as above. All the methods are done. Because the values are big, we are using the second method. And when you calculate, you might get the answer as approximately minus 0.7622. So it is negative correlation, because negative. Then there are small problems like this. Bivariate means two variables on x and y. Variance is given, covariance is given. Find the coefficient of correlation means R. So you have to see which formula suits R and variance of x, variance of y, and covariance of xy. Which formula is there which connects a coefficient of correlation R, variance of x, variance of y, and covariance of x, y. So we get R is equal to covariance of x, y divided by square root of variance of x into variance of y. This method minus 0.833. So it shows a very high negative correlation. It shows a very high negative correlation. But see this problem given for homework. In this problem, they are given sigma x, sigma y, sigma x squared, sigma y squared, and sigma xy. They are given all the values, and they have asked you to find, I think, coefficient of correlation R. So the formula connecting R and these given data is nothing but the original formula. N into sigma x is all that formula, and calculate, you will get 0.1286. Then in this formula, little bit change in the formula I have seen. They have given variables x and y perfectly negatively correlated. Perfectly negatively correlated means R equals -1. Perfectly positively correlated means R equals +1. Then use this. You know they are given standard deviation. Where standard deviation is square root of variance. So in place of square root of variance of x, you write 4.3. In place of square root of variance of y, you write 4.47. And then calculate it to find out covariance of x. So you'll get the answer as this. Standard deviation is square root of variance. Same question can be asked. Variables x and perfectly positively correlated. Perfectly positively correlated means R is +1. Perfectly negatively correlated means R is -1. They are not correlated means R is 0. So next class, that is tomorrow at 12, I will start Spearman's coefficient of rank correlation. So to summarize, today in the class, we discussed the problem correlation and the different methods of solving problems in correlation, different formulas, and finding out covariance of xy also. So see the write the notes. That is assignment for you. I told you day to day I am giving the notes, and also answer the problems in assignment 1, and also try the problems in model question paper in correlation, which is very easy. So tomorrow I'll start new concept, Spearman's coefficient of rank correlation. So I wind up the session here. Thanks. All the best.